Too many people are contracting HIV/AIDS and are dying from it in our community.
It's amazing that it's still growing. It's amazing that both worldwide and also domestically that we're not getting out ahead of this thing.
Having more than 56,000 new HIV infections occurring each year in the United States is not acceptable.
I think it's a real-life issue. It's a real-life problem. It touches the lives of millions and millions of people.
It's a huge problem in our community. It's disproportionately a problem in our community.
People of color and African American women particularly are affected by this crisis to a much greater degree.
The African American community is particularly identified in the National HIV/AIDS Strategy as one of the populations at greatest risk for HIV.
African Americans are nearly 50% of the estimated 1.2 million Americans living with HIV.
When you educate yourself about these astounding statistics, I feel that you become powerful.
Everybody talks about Africa, but not a lot of people are talking about what's going on in Los Angeles, in New York, in Washington, D.C.
1 in 5 Americans infected with HIV don't know their status.
Once you know your status, you don't want to spread it to your loved ones. So information is power.
Know your status. We understand that there's empowerment when you know your status.
It's imperative that you know your status. Like anything else, if you don't know, find out. There's no excuse anymore.
It's not a death sentence. You know, you can stay healthy. You can live your life.
I've been living with HIV for 28 years. When I was diagnosed, my doctor gave me 6 months to live. And I'm here today. You can get treated. Treatments are getting better every day. The regimens are easier to take and they're more effective.
Treatment is prevention. That's definitive at this point.
Once you test and if you start to treat, you can start to prevent the spread.
You know, if you really care about the African American community, about its future, about hope, and about change, and what all life has to offer, get tested.
It comes down to first, I think, taking personal responsibility, making sure that you get tested.
HIV began one person at a time.
We are making a conscious decision to get regularly tested.
And it will end one person at a time.
It's our time now. It's our time to take responsibility and say we're going to do something about this.
It really takes people deciding enough is enough.
There's been a pendulum shift in our community, and now it's a requirement for us to take action.
It's possible for us to actually change the course of AIDS in the black community.
I think we're going to see people take ownership of this.
And to become engaged in this movement.
The empowerment comes from an individual. One person can make a difference, and the NAACP believes that we are greater than AIDS.